Kicks over to Yeag. Yeag puts it up, misses, goes in to try to retrieve his ball, and he knocks him down to the ground, so they're going to call the foul there on Yeager. That'll be his, what do we call it, on Seth Hudson instead of Yeager. First team foul, first personal foul against Seth. Tied at 5 minutes to go. Had some technical difficulties, so you're joining us. Hope you're enjoying this third place championship game from Lawton. Joe Fowler, I am Joe Fowler, the mouth of the South, calling the action. And we have a walk called against the Indians, and Dragons will take it on the attack. If you missed it, Stoney Yeager with a three-pointer and had a chance for a three-pointer, but it hit the basket. So he's been all over offense so far. Good defense being played by both teams as they have a three. On the way by Taylor. Yeager hustles for it. It's taken loose by the Indians. Indians on attack. They're going to let it fly from three-point country. Cha-ching! Give it to him. Kanan McDowell with three. And it's 8-5 Indians here with 4:25 to go here in the first period. Seth inside to Skelly. Going to attack in the short corners. Jared. Give it to Skelly. He gets in the books. 8-7 Indians lead the Dragons. Dragons in the orange unis. Navajo Indians in the white. McDowell drives, lets it shot. Rebounded by Yeager. And Skelly's going to bring it up across the timeline. Over to Tanner. Dragons on the attack. Jared in the short corner. Hudson dribbles out, passes to Wilson. Rebounded and tossed by Hudson over to Yeager. Yeager back out to Skelly Taylor. Cha-ching! A Dragon money ball. Skelly now with 5. We're up to 10. We have the lead, 10-8. 2-point lead for the Dragons here with 3:23 to go here in the first period. Third place championship here in Lawton at the Coliseum Classic. Taken away by Bryson. Bryson to Hud. Hud gives it over to Skelly. Jared in the short corner on the left side. Works inside mid-post to Skelly. Skelly back out. Doesn't like what he sees. Hud puts it over to Yeag. Yeag, defense applied there by Dallas Sanchez and stolen. Turnover by the Dragons. Goes ahead to McDowell, and McDowell can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. Kind of like a lot of action there, like being in a paint checker. A whole lot of action. No one's getting anywhere, but, boy, they're playing hard. Dragons were the defending champs. They relinquished that last night with the loss in a close one as we come up with the short end of the stick against the Broncos of Central High. Pass knocked away there by McDowell. Hudson tried to go to the short corner. Jared Bryson, left corner. Inbound. Skilly's going to inbound the basketball. We're in a little box set here. Right into Jaron. Jaron goes up with the left hand. Off the glass. Give the man the myth, the mullet, 2. That's good offense right there on the inbounds play. He goes to the rack with authority there. It's going to be number 21, which is Dallas Sanchez. Dallas Sanchez with 3. He'll go to the line for 2. The foul's called on Jaron Bryson, his first personal, second team foul. First one's up, swish or sweep for Dallas. Dragons lead this one 12-9 now. Remy Martin coming in to give Hud a breather. Seth goes to the bench, get him some water and a little timeout. 2:22 to go. And a second free throw, swish or sweep. Dallas with 5 for the Indians. They cut the lead now. Dragons lead by 2. Dragons in the orange unis. Navajo in the white. Yeager in the corner. Good ball movement tonight. A lot crisper. Skelly shot off the mark and rebounded there by Langham. Langham goes to the high post. Inside. Pass inside. No good. Shot was put up there by Aiden Allen. Aiden Allen tries again, and no good. Rebounded by Yeag. Yeag gets it out to Skelly. Skelly being scuffled in a scuffling match with McDowell. Tanner has the basketball, Tanner Wilson. They've now moved Jaron to the high post at the top and letting Skelly work under. Tries to make the pass there. Stolen away by Gunnar Jackson for Navajo. They go the other way. McDowell lets it fly. Air ball rebounded by Yeager. Yeager kicks it over to Tanner. He's going to walk it up the floor with 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Dragons ahead by 2. 2-point lead by the Dragons. Remy Martin sees the ball, lets it fly. 3-pointer no good. Rebounded there by Langham. And here we go the other way. It looks like the ball movement, the way the kids are moving without the basketball. 21 lets it fly. That is Dallas Sanchez saved there, but he's out of bounds. Gunnar Jackson. Dragons will have it. Turn the basketball over 48.2. Dragons with the 2-point lead. Coach Thompson and Coach Thomas going at one another tonight. .44 seconds to go. We walk it across the timeline, 1-3-1 look. Skelly down in the short corner this time. You have Johnny Wilson, gets it into Skelly. Skelly kicks it out to Jaron. Jaron to Johnny, and he was hit from behind, and the ball knocked off his leg out of bounds. Fine defensive work down there by Jake Lingle for the Indians. Number 22 checking in for the last few minutes here of the quarter for the Indians. Give them some guys a breather. Gunnar Jackson. Take it, pass it around. Jackson's pass inside. Aiden Allen puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Wilson brings it across the timeline. Tries to get the trap to him, get it to Skelly with 2. He's going to jump up, try to get the shot, and he was stripped there by Sanchez. We come to the end of the first quarter. The Dragons lead this one by a score of 12-10. We'll go over the scoring for you. For the Navajo Indians, Kanan McDowell with a 3-pointer. Dallas Sanchez with 5, 2 for the free throw line, and a deuce for Aiden Allen, and that's their 10 points. For the Dewar Dragons, our first points of the game were scored. We had a 2 and a chance for a 3-point play by Stoney Yeager, who played real well. Freshman played well, having 5 here in the first period. Then we got Skelly untracked as he went and attacked the basket, then hit him a trifecta. And then Jaron Bryson went inside and took it up like a man and laid it off the glass with his left hand. And we're up 12-10. Dragons 0 of 1 from the free throw line, something they need to really improve on as the season goes on. The free throw by both the boys and the girls, and I'm not going to make excuses for them, but, you know, you're used to gyms where there's a background. And this is a big, wide-open background that you have to shoot from. And for some reason on free throws, you really got to concentrate and lock in on the goal. But all the teams have had to do it, and this is game 3, so they're going to have to adjust. Free throw shooting is going to have to be a little more sharp as we go down the stretch as the season continues. Dragons lead this in 12-10, 7:45 to go. Possession arrow in favor of the Dragons on the next loose ball, the next jump ball. Aiden Allen takes the pass, throws it over to Gunnar Jackson. And Gunnar Jackson with the trifecta for the Indians, a money ball for them, and they now take the lead at 13-12. Johnny Wilson, Tanner Wilson, Remy Martin, Seth Hudson, and Skelly Taylor. Martin gets it to Skelly Taylor. Taylor gives it to Wilson. Wilson's shot no good. Tried to get it there. Seth had a hand on it, couldn't quite pull it down. Pulled down there by Riley Shelter for the Indians as he's getting him some playing time now. Both teams going to rest some guys, running them in and out. Been 3 days in a row, so you got to keep your legs fresh. Zane Lamb in also. But we see the big one right there. Gavin Langham for 3. And it's now 16-12, a 4-point advantage for the Indians with 6:30 to go. Basketball being a game of runs. Dragons going to have to be content, work some offense on the wood. Take a look. That was kind of risky with 2 passes away. Johnny Wilson takes a look. Skelly at the top. Remy comes up. He takes the point. Goes across. Try to step in and see what they can find. Pressure being applied to Wilson. Wilson almost has it stripped. Goes to Remy. Remy gets it over to Tanner. Tanner stops the lane, gives it to Seth. Seth kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way by Remy Martin off the iron, no good. Remy gets his own rebound. Resets to Tanner. Tanner's going on the attack. Johnny pulls it out. And he is hit right there by number 10, Zane Lamb, who checked in this second quarter here. He gets his first personal foul, the first team foul against the Indians. New rules change this year. I know this is late in the year to be passed it on, but new 5 foul before you go to the free throw line. If you go to the free throw line, no more 1-on-1s. It's all 2-shot fouls. Then you start again each quarter. Skelly Taylor on the attack. Goes inside. Over to Wilson. Wilson inside pass. Nice pass. Roll in. And there's a basket by Jaron Bryson. The man, the myth, the mullet. Big play there. Something we needed. 4 points on the night for Jaron. Goes to the free throw line. They're going to call the foul there on number 23, Gavin Langham. His first personal second team foul this half. Chance for 3-point later. Yeager comes back in the lineup. Had a hand on it. Couldn't quite pull it down. Langham gets it over to Zane Lamb, who's on the attack for the Indians. Inside to Langham. Langham has it stripped away, and he knocks into Stoney Yeager, who had it. Helps Stoney up to his feet. That's going to be a foul on Langham. That'll be his second personal foul, second team foul. Third team foul for the Indians. So the Dragons trail by 2. This possession chance to take the lead or tie. Oh, they had Skelly right there if they'd gotten it to him. Trying to get it out to Skelly. Goes inside to Yeager. Yeager kicks it over. Tanner. Wilson takes a shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded there by Gunnar Jackson as they go the other way. Jackson with the basketball tries to pass inside to Langham. We're going to see a foul be called on Seth Hudson. That'll be Seth's second. First team foul of the Dragons this quarter. Trailing by 2. Indians little band the basketball right side under their basket. Box set goes up screens at the top. Trying to move their people around. Lamb on the attack. Back to Gunnar Jackson. Lamb has it. Tries to force it inside to Langham. It's taken away by Jaron Bryson, and he is fouled there by Zane Lamb. That'll be Zane's second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Dragons be in the bonus next foul. And that'll be early here. There's 4:19 to go here in the second period. Shot by Seth Hudson. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Taylor. Taylor kicks it out. Wilson on the attack. Tries the little bounce pass. I thought it was hit there, knocked out, but I guess it went out of bounds before he could get to it. So the Dragons turn the ball over with 3:57 to go here. Indians on the attack now, leading by 2 here in the third place championship here in Lawton. Seth steps up along with, he's going to let it fly from way downtown. Give it to him. Gavin Langham with the second trifecta. And they extend their lead to 5, 19-14 here with 3:21 to go here in the half. Jaron in the corner, back out on top. Skelly's going on the attack. Gets it into Seth. Seth off the elbow, no good. Rebounded by the Indians. Nice rebound there by Dallas Sanchez. Loses the ball. Sanchez loses the basketball ahead to Wilson. Wilson's going to go lay this one up. Off the glass. Oh, rolls out. Seth Hudson picks it up. Puts it back, can't get it. And it rolls into the hands of Gunnar Jackson for the Indians of Navajo. Lamb looks at it, lobs inside to Lingham. Back out to Gunnar Jackson, no good. Rebounded there by Sanchez and put in. And it's 21-14. Their biggest lead of the night goes to 7. As the Dragons need to answer back with something here. Game of runs. And the run is went in favor of the Indians here. Skelly Taylor from three-point land, no good. Rebound inside by the Indians. Almost stolen there. Jackson almost had to take it away from him. Lamb with the basketball. Tries the pass to Lingham. Kicks it back out. Over to Lamb. Lamb looks at it, going to drive the right side. Tries to get a pass out. Stoney gets a hand on it, knocks it out of away from them. 1:55 to go here in the first half. 7-point lead for the Navajo Indians. .23 has the shot, goes up by Lingham, rebounded by Bryson. Skelly on the attack for the Dragons. Over to Yeager. Into work, kicks it out. Yeager's going to let one fly. Three-pointer no good. Rebounded by the Indians. Jaron tried to make a swipe at it, didn't get it. Didn't get the foul either. So the Indians set up a go again. They got it to Dallas Sanchez. Sanchez into the lane, lets it fly. Yeager had a hand on it. Jaron pulls it down. Dragons on the attack. Get it to Seth. Seth wisely gives it up. Skelly Taylor on the attack. Tanner's going to take it. Drives in. Sweet baby jumper. No good. Rebounded there by Aiden Allen. Now back out to Lamb, and they're going to reset their offense. Under a minute to go. 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. Dragons trail by 7. Let it fly, number 3, no good. Rebounded by Yeager, and over his back, they're going to call the foul. Stoney went to grab that one, and he was on his back, had a little weight on his back. That's going to send Yeager to the line to shoot a pair. Wait to see who they do make the official call. That'll be foul on number 23, which is Lingham. He has 6 points on the evening, 2 3-pointers. And he's playing with 3 fouls here to finish out the half. They're going to kind of pull him away from the action. Yeager to the line to shoot a free throw. Lets it fly, no good. Rolls off the rim, no good. Oh, 2 from the line. Stoney with 5 points on the evening. Dragons trailing by 7. Second free throw up, no good. Navajo comes out with the rebound. They're going to call the foul on Seth Hudson. Second team foul, third personal foul against Seth Hudson. 7-point advantage for the Indians here as they go on the attack. Lob inside. He's got position. Off the glass and in. Give it to him. Aiden Allen with 2 more, 4 on the evening for him. They're up by 9, their biggest lead of the night. Over into the short corner. Hudson back out. Yeager drives the baseline. He's fouled from behind. They're going to call the foul here. And that's send Yeager to the line, who's 0 of 3 from the line the first half. They're going to call the foul there on number 3, which is Gunnar Jackson, his first personal, but the 5th team foul. Dragons trailing by 9 here Yeg shot up, no good. The Yeg 11 seconds remaining here in the half. Just got to take our time here on the free throw. Take what we can get here. Good. So we hit our last free throw that he put up. That's 6 on the evening for Yeager. 4 seconds on the clock. They're going to let a 3 fly. Cha-ching! A dagger at the half. So Sanchez buries the treasure, his second of the night. Sanchez with 10 points on the evening. And that puts them up at 26 to 15. Dragons with 3 points that second quarter. We got Jaron Bryson off and rolling there with the first basket, and we've had a few attacks, and then we went to, so we got mustered we mustered a total of 3 points that second quarter, and we go into the locker room trailing 26-15, 11-point lead for the Indians, and adjustments will be made. We'll take a quick look at the foul situation for both teams. For the Dragons, Seth Hudson with 3 fouls and hasn't scored. Jaron Bryson with 4 points on the evening. We have Stoney Yeager with 6 and Skelly Taylor with 5. And that's the scoring for us tonight. 15 points in the first half. And the free throw shooting tonight for the Dragons are 1 of 4, 25%. And we'll take a look at our adversaries tonight here in the third place game here of the Jeff Hart Memorial Coliseum Classic. The Navajo Indians, who entered tonight's contest with a 5-9 record, but better than the record indicates is they are pretty talented. For them, foul-wise, Gunnar Jackson with 1 foul, Zane Lamb with 2 fouls, Dallas Sanchez with 1, Gavin Langham 3 fouls, and Aiden Allen with 1 foul for the Indians. And so Langham with 3. We'll go over the scoring for the home team tonight. In our adversaries tonight, 3 points for Kanan McDowell, a 3-pointer for Gunnar Jackson. He has 3 on the evening. 10 points for Dallas Sanchez, 2 trifectas, deuce, and hit 2 free throws, and they are a perfect 2 of 2 from the line. They've won the free throw awards there. We have Aiden Allen with 4 points tonight, and Gavin Langham with 6. A grand total of 26 points for the Indians with 7:20 to go here in the first half. We're going to review some things. The Dewar Lady Dragons finished their night tonight, and I'll go over the scoring that we had for you in that last ball game, as the girls now go to 7-3 on the year. And the scoring for the Lady Dragons in their last game that they just played, as they came up with the short end of the stick in the third place game. But Lele Carter was 6. We had Bree Harville with 9. Marty Yeager with 16 points for the Lady Dragons, and 6 points from Tajay Lewis. And Tajay, I think, had 14 last night for us, and 2 points for Callie Thomason. And that was the Lady Dragons. They scored 41 points in the contest. That was our scoring for the Lady Dragons in their attempt there in the third place game. And they played the Warrika Eagles, and the Warrika Eagles were victorious there with scoring 51 points. And for them, Charlie Sellers with 2. J.C. Golston with 2. 14 points for Aubrey Showalter of the Lady Eagles of Warrika. 6 points for Nasia Camarillo. 6 points for Riley Torres. And the big gal who's on the all-tournament team, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21, 2, 3. She had 24 points on the night. And well, I'm just going to tell you, they are well coached and well played, and they're unranked in Class A. But I've seen some teams over in our area and out west. There's some good teams out in this area, and they just haven't ranked, but they're better than the record shows. They should be ranked 8-3. I mean, their record proves that they've got some good girls there, and the Dragons have fought hard and come up with the short end of the sticks. They get beat by 10, 51 to 41 last ball game. If you missed that, and we had some technical difficulties. Glad if you're joining in with us, you can hear. And I tried to recap, and I didn't get to really, because when you can play back to back, you got to kind of set the camera up each game as you do as you go. So that's what we were able to do. So we had to recalibrate and get everything going for us. But it's been a good tournament. It's been a good week. This has been a good time. Once again, Christmas time couldn't have been any more better. Christmas and New Year, and we bring in 2024. We pray that everything goes good for us. And I want to make a big shout out back home to all of you that are listening. Couldn't make the trip down to Lawton. Pretty nice drive when you get to come up. And, you drive to Oklahoma City and take I-240 over, and then you hit the H.E. Bailey Turnpike and come down, and then, you cruise along, and then you come up to Chickasha, Oklahoma, and as you travel into Chickasha and you just get past that, then you start seeing that you think that you're in the foothills of the Rockies, and you are. And you start seeing the beautiful Wichita Mountains, and we got to spend some time down here, and it was a good travel down. So it's about a 2.5-hour drive, or depending on how you drive, and some of us drive faster than others. It's almost like the Autobahn. So but we made it down and had some time, had a nice stay at My Suites were able to put us up. They accommodated us well. And then we had some opportunity to go out and do some sightseeing and see some of the things. There was some shopping done by some of the ladies, I do know that. Guys don't shop. We just go in and buy what we need. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But got to run out to Medicine Park, and Coach Bean and Kirsten went out today and got to go out there. We went to Mears yesterday and ate out at the Mears Country Store, and it was a lot of things, a lot of fun down here and a good opportunity. And the kids really enjoyed it. We got nothing but compliments from where we stayed that our kids acted well, and that we don't expect any less of them. And they're very appreciative. And for all of you that made it possible through your donations and what we do at the school and some of the fundraisers we ask you to help in and pitch in has made this possible. But again, it's for our kids, and it's just been such a nice time. But we'll be working our way back to school, and I think there's a chance of snow Monday evening into Tuesday, so that's a good way to always come back to school, is having snow and all the things. But that's all a part of living in Oklahoma. If you don't like the weather in Oklahoma, just wait. It's going to change. And as we approach baseball, softball, and all the things that are going on, weather's just a part of it here in Oklahoma. And but we've enjoyed our time that we've had here, and it was good. Coach Killoffer came down. Superintendent Killoffer was down here and brought the equipment. I want a big thank you to Michael Kendall, who's the head of our media department, for trusting me and Coach Meade and Joey and all of us with the equipment. And we kind of learned on the fly how to do things and be able to do games on the road. When we haven't done a lot of away games and haven't done many of those. And in some of the venues we go to, you get in some of those metal gyms, and with the Wi-Fi situations you have at some of the schools and venues we haven't done some of those. But down here it's been nothing but excellent. They've treated us nice down here. A lot of camaraderie. Haven't been down here for a second year. We're going to be coming back for a third year. And you get to see teams we don't normally get to play. And then we get to, on the travel down, we get to see schools that we face. Some of our guys got to finally figure out where Sterling, Oklahoma is. We're right down here by Sterling. Fletcher, who's a baseball power, we got to see where Fletcher's at and be a part of some of those things in the Comanche area. And Central Marlowe and some of the teams we get to face. And Burns Flats, had in the past some really good football teams. And I remember we first made our switch over, there was a chance that we may have to go travel to Burns Flats if a playoff game worked out, and it worked out to our advantage where we didn't have to go down that way. But there's also some football schools that are in this as well. But it's been a good trip, and then Navajo's baseball is always really good. Their softball teams are all pretty good, so it's a chance for us to get to see a part of Oklahoma that we wouldn't normally get to, and get to see teams that and coaches that we know and have had relationships with. And, you know, like last night when we played against Chattanooga, an old Okmulgee boy is Coach. Is an old Okmulgee boy, was down here coaching there, so we got to talk about some things and talk about Dan Morgan and some of the coaches that he played with, and some of the things going on. So it's been a good trip for us. So I've talked my way through. The Mouth of the South has talked his way through another half. The Dragons are going to have the basketball to start the second half, the ball on their end. And down 11, basketball is a game of runs and foul situations and all those things. So we'll just see. This is game 3 for both teams. Back to back to back, just like if you were in a, let's say, in a loser's bracket or in a state tournament concept where you got to play 3 games and it's one and done. But in this game, every day you play 3 days in a row. If you have to go to the loser's bracket and play in a regional or an area and work your way through the back door, you'll have to do that. So Dragons have it. Yeager has it. Dribbles over to Wilson. Tanner has it. We got Seth in the mid post there, comes up high, looks for the cut. Wilson saves it, gets it back. Skelly's going to let one fly. Cha-ching! A Dragon money ball to start the second half. So Skelly Taylor, with his initial basket, gives him 8 on the night. Dragons trail now by 8. Indians on the move. Shot put up there by number 10, which is Zane Lamb. They call him for the travel. Dragons have the basketball, trailing 8 this trip. 7:15 to go here in the third period. Third place game from Lawton here in the Jeff Hart Coliseum Classic. Sharon comes up the high post, sets the screen for Yeag. We've got Michael set up, spotted up. Cha-ching! Give it to him! Skelly Taylor with another 3. 11 on the night for Skelly. Lamb on the attack. Looks over to Langham, lets it fly, no good. Rebounded Wilson, momentarily taken away from him. Finds the cut on the backside. Number 23 puts up the shot there. That is Langham. Langham miss it. Dragons go the other way. Here comes Tanner. Kicks out to Jaron. Jaron finds Skelly. Skelly's going to drive it to the rack. Uses his body well. Skelly Taylor. And there he's going to go to the line for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way as he was hit there. Foul call there. Dragons trail by 5, have a chance to cut it for this trip. Skelly with the basketball. They still haven't registered who the foul was on. I missed it. First team foul against Navajo this quarter. Skelly missed the free throw. We trail by 3. On the attack, Langham has it. It's going to shoot from the free throw line. No good. Rebound on the backside. Goes out of bounds off the hands of number 23, Gavin Langham, out of bounds. Gavin goes in there. He's got 3 fouls. The last foul that they had was called on McDowell. That'll be his first personal first team foul. Dragons miss on their attempt there, and they trail by 3. So it's a game of runs. So we've bitten into some of that. 21 with the basketball there, which is Sanchez. Sanchez loses it out of bounds. Fine defensive play there by Skelly Taylor. Dragons just keeping their composure. Coach Thomas lets them play, playing with confidence. Coach Thompson the same way. Both teams going at each other here in the third place game from Lawton. Skelly Taylor has the shot. Cha-ching! Give it to him. He's hotter than a pistol. That's his third trifecta, his fourth of the evening. And the Dragons tie this one up at 26 apiece here in the third place game. This is what we have been waiting for. Basketball's a game of runs. Going to call a timeout here for the Navajo Indians as Coach Thompson wants to talk about it here. Skelly Taylor had 5 the first half, has come out and scored 8 here in the third. Dragons tie the game back. After having only scored 5 in the second period, to come back with 11 points here and tie the basketball game has been monumental for us. Coach Thomas assisted by Stephen Castleberry, Matt Ross, and Jake Stapp. Fine staff that we have down there. And the Indians going to inbound the basketball. Dallas Sanchez to end the ball to Lamb. Lamb's going to bring the basketball up for the Indians. So as we move along. Wide open under the deal. Tries to make the pass, knocked away by Yeager. Skelly Taylor has the basketball. Dragons on the move, goes ahead. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson, backdoor pass, no look. Give it to Jaron Bronson. Dragons take the lead. Fine play by the man, the myth, the mullet. 6 on the night for Jaron. Dragons lead this one by 2. Have battling down from as far as 11 points behind. Basketball's a game of runs. You just got to stay with what you're doing. Inside pass, wide open on the cut. Fine pass there by the Indians of Navajo. As Gunnar Jackson saw the man going to the basket there, give it to him. Dragons on the attack. Skelly's going to let it fly. Cha-ching! Another Dragon money ball. Hotter than a pepper sprout. 31-28, Dragons lead again. Down on the baseline. They're going to call a foul. Boy, quick hands there, call the foul against Johnny Wilson. First personal. Johnny's in the ball game now, along with brother Tanner. Jaron, Yeag, and Taylor. Stoney down. Dragons on 3-2, going to the front. Collapses. Shots on the way. Didn't block out. Coming around to make that play and get the baskets, number 35, which is Aiden Allen for 2. He has 6 on the evening. 31-30 Dragons lead. Skelly Taylor with the basketball. Gives to Tanner. They're going to call Tanner for the walk. Said he shuffled off to Buffalo. 31-30. Indians will have the basketball with a chance to take the lead this possession. Dragons apply some pressure up on the top. Sanchez on the attack. Slides over. Blocked out, stolen by Wilson. Wilson slid out of bounds. He's trying to call timeout. Couldn't quite get it done. Try to save a possession there and a lead. 2:55 to go here in the third period. Dragons lead by 1. Fought their way back from down as far as 11 to get to the point where we are tonight. Two teams going at each other. Tanner tried for the steal. He goes and attacks the basket. No good. Rebounded by Yeager. Johnny Wilson with the basketball. We go the other way. Tanner in the corner. Skelly on the top. Jaron comes to the high post. Slides in. The elbow. Looks for the pass over. Wilson lets it fly. Missed by Bryson. As we go the other way, he's going 1-on-3. Skelly Taylor tried to establish himself, and he got around it and laid it off the glass. They take the lead now. Once again, Aiden Allen with 2 more will give him 8 on the night. Kicked out to Wilson. It was hit there by Gavin Langham and out of bounds. Sanchez with 10 on the evening for the Navajo Indians. Skelly to inbound the basketball right there by Coach Thomas. It's been a well-played basketball game. There goes Skelly Taylor from 3. Touching, give it to him, another Dragon money ball. Skelly is hot. He is on fire. Dragons take the lead 34-32. Yeager with the steal. They tried to pass inside the post, and he takes it away. Tanner Wilson with the basketball. Dragons lead by 2, 1:25 to go. Pass that goes in and makes the pass. He's foul on the ground. He had that pass. He had to stop that. Jerem was going to lay that one off for a backdoor layup. Fine basketball handling there by the freshman Tanner Wilson. Skelly inbound the basketball. Dragons in a box set. Throws it in under the basket right side. Jaron works it back to the top. There's Skelly again. He's going to attack. Kicks to Yeag. Yeag goes up. He has it slapped away. Blocked there. Good defense by the Indians. Sanchez on the deal. Loses it momentarily. A scramble for the basketball. Johnny Wilson goes after. Good hustle. Good hustle by the Dragons on this one. 1:02 to remain here in the third period. Dragons lead 34-32. Seth Hudson, who had 3 fouls, enters the ball game now, giving him a time rest. So he's been on the bench for a while. But they're going to give Yeag a rest. We may need him to head down the stretch. All hands on deck. This one 34-32. Under a minute to go. Lets it fly. Off the rim, no good. Gunnar Jackson's shot was no good. Ahead to Hudson. Hudson's going to slow down and let the offense catch up with him. Jaron on the high post. Johnny on the right wing. Put it in the hands of Skelly Taylor. 39 to go. 33 to go. Dragons lead by 2. 34-32. .23 seconds to go. Sanchez applies the pressure for Navajo. Seth Hudson kicks it back out to Skelly. Skelly going to work the middle. Gives it to Seth. Seth couldn't quite handle it. Goes out of bounds. 13.4 to go here in the quarter. Dragons lead 34-32. Navajo Indians, Dragons applying some pressure. Johnny Wilson. Sanchez has it. He's going to drive. Seth's there. Takes it away from him. They're going to call a jump ball on that. Possession here in favor of the Navajo Indians. 6.2 on the clock. Dragons lead by 2. Seth playing good defense inside. Sanchez lets it fly. No good. Rebounded by Jaron. Jaron puts up a shot. And the clock comes to a close here in the third period. The Dragons lead this one 34-32. The big story is 2 points by Jaron Bryson. 5 3-pointers, 6 on the night for Skelly Taylor, and he dropped a deuce. So we have .22 points out of Skelly Taylor. So Dragons lead this one 34-32. The team foul's clear. We have a 2-point lead for the Dragons here, and we're 8 minutes away from deciding the third place championship, who the third place champion will be here of this year's Jeff Hart Memorial Coliseum Classic. This has been a great basketball game to be able to do here on the air. Both teams going at each other They do a great job over at Navajo with their kids. They play hard. Dragons playing hard as they know how to play. And a lot of good things we're seeing. Stoney Yeager stepped up tonight and led us off and being a force inside. He has 6 tonight on the night. And then Skelly Taylor has just went off this last quarter, so we need more stuff out of all of them. But every possession is going to be important. Dragons are going to have it to start the second half. Leading by 2. We're under 8 minutes to go here. Pass over to Skelly Taylor on the right side. Back out front to Johnny Wilson. Into the short corner to Jaron. Jaron swings it back around. Johnny over to let Tanner let it go. Rebounded by Bryson. Skelly's wide open. Lets it fly off the rim. No good. Bryson had a hand on it. Couldn't quite get to it. Skelly, who has been hotter than a pistol, with 6 3-pointers of the night, just missed a little bit there. 7:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dragons lead by 2. Stolen by Johnny Wilson. Into Skelly Taylor's going to attack the rack. Misses the shot. Stolen away by Johnny Wilson. Good hustle by Johnny. Over to Tanner. Tanner's going to attack. Over to Jaron in the corner. Working it back around. They're going to reset. Jaron goes to the short corner to the left side. Seth goes to wing. Comes up to the elbow. Finding someone to screen. Steps to the open area. Dragons work the basketball around. Pass inside to Skelly Taylor. Kicks it back out to Tanner. Tanner to Johnny. Skelly for 3. Lets it fly. No good. Backside rebound. Tried to attempt it there. He had him screened off, and he knocked it out of bounds. Away from Seth. Fine play there by Gunnar Jackson, but off his hand, out of bounds. Drags the inbound and under the basket, left side. And we have a 30-second timeout called by Coach Thomas. Dragons want to talk about this. 6:33 to go here in the ball game, leading by 2. You know, Dragons had their 5-point quarter. The Indians had a 6-point quarter. The Dragons, both teams scoreless here as we go to the fourth quarter. Navajo Indians, Dewar Dragons. Dragons going to have the basketball. Coach Thomas had the clipboard out and drew something out. See what the brain trust of the Dragons has in store here. Skelly Taylor with the basketball. He's going to go attack. Skelly went up with it. They call a foul on the floor. So the first team foul against the Indians there. First foul on number 12, Craig Russell. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Bryson. Bryson out to Taylor. Taylor on the attack. Takes it back out. Finds Tanner, resets. Johnny goes to wing. Yeag on the wing on the right side. Jaron in the short corner. Tanner loses the basketball, taken the other way there by number 12, which is Russell. Russell with the basketball, being trapped there by the Wilson brothers. They're going to call the foul on number 1, which is Wilson. That's Tanner's first foul. Tanner goes for the steal. 12's with him. They went for the ball. Tanner knocks it out of bounds, and it was he had position. They didn't call anything there. Fine play there by Craig Russell using his body. Block. Brett's got a question. Officials explain it to him. I don't know that Brett really agrees with him. I thought he was fouled myself. Oh, the Wilson brothers picked the pocket of Russell. Dragons have it. Jaron on the high post. Finds Skelly. Couldn't get the pass to him cleanly enough for him to shoot. He steps in. Had it tipped. Tanner saves it. Out to Johnny. Great hustle by the Dragons tonight. Tanner, cross-court pass to Yeag. Yeag's going to drive the right side. He's pushed there by Dunn. That'll be Dunn's first personal foul of the evening. Second team foul. So number 4, Holder Dunn comes out along with Craig Russell, and we're back to the starters from Navajo. Trailing the Dragons by 2 out front to Wilson. Back to Skelly Taylor from the corner. Lets it fly. Cha-ching! Another Dragon money ball. Skelly's on fire tonight. 37-32, 5-point lead for the Dragons. Jaron Bryson putting the D on there. Fine play there almost on the backside. It gets over the top and backside screened off. And a layup there for the backside on the cut there by number 23, which is Gavin Langham. He has 8 on the evening. Dragons lead by 3. We're under 5 minutes to go here in this one. Or right at the 5-minute mark. Now we're under 5. Wilson to Wilson. Jaron on the high post swings it out to Skelly. He's going to let it fly again. No good. Rebound goes out long to Tanner. Tanner's on the attack. Gives the pass to Jaron. Jaron up and off the glass for 2. Give it to us. Jaron. Bryson for 2 more. Jaron has 8 on the night. Fine passing there by Wilson. 39-34. 5-point lead for the Dragons. The Indians on the attack. They're going to call the walk on number 3, which is Gunnar Jackson. 39-34. 5-point lead. Dragons have the basketball. Taylor inbounds it to Wilson the younger. Ahead to Skelly. Skelly's going to on the attack. Over to Yeag. Yeag couldn't get it cleanly. Back out on top. Inside to Jaron. Working the basketball quickly. Trying to step in and find a gap. Like a hot potato. It's going so fast. Good ball movement. Trying to get to Skelly where he can work. In the short corner goes Stoney. Goes out the corner. Will reload. Got the high-low look, spreading them out. Clock's in our favor. 5-point lead. Run some clock, shortening the game. Nothing but a layup or a free throw here. Going to go to Yeag. Yeag works the backside. Couldn't get it. Needed to follow his shot and didn't. He might have been able to get it and go back. Oh, the Wilson brothers are at it again. Almost pick it. Got a man free in the corner. He's going to drive. Number 3 off the glass. It's tipped by Yeag. Yeag makes up for it. Ahead to Wilson. He's going to pull it out. Makes the pass to Jaron. Jaron back to Johnny. Boy, this is a lot of action. 3:27 to go. Dragons lead by 5. Shorten the game and take care of the basketball. Yeag has it. Going to drive the right side. Pushes off. They're going to call charging foul there on Stoney as he used his elbow to push off. First personal foul on him. Second team foul against the Dragons. 3:07 to go here. Dragons lead by 5. Amping up the pressure on the top side. With the new rule that they're nowhere near the 1-and-1 or the 2-point shot. That was close to a backcourt there. They got across the timeline amply. 13 throws up a prayer. Doesn't get it. Rebounded by Yeag. Yeag ahead. Wilson on the loose. Wilson's going to try to score that, and it was a fine defensive effort there, but they called him for the foul as he had the block from behind. So what's going to be decided here at the free throw line is we have to see who goes to the line. They're going to call the foul here on number 21 against the Indians. That is Dallas Sanchez. That's his second personal, third team foul against the Indians. Wilson to the line. Tanner scoreless on the evening. First free throw up and in. So Dragons extend their lead to 6 here with 2:55 to go here in the fourth period. Third place championship game here in Lawton. Oh, it rolls out. We didn't get the roll there. 6-point lead. Wilson brothers harassing at the top. Getting big inside. Yeag working his tail off down there. Goes out to contest. Jaron behind. They throw the three-pointer up, and it goes down. Give it to him. Number 21, Dallas Sanchez, his third trifecta of the night. He has 13 on the evening. Timeout called by Coach Thompson of the Indians. And we have a three-point lead with the Dragons with 2:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. This has been a dandy. This isn't a dandy in Dewar. This is a dandy in Lawton. Three team fouls against the Indians, 2 against the Dragons with the new rule, 5 fouls for you in the bonus. So you need to start thinking about using your fouls wisely here, but also each possession. So we went on the attack there. Got to have the free throws down stretch. Tanner did the best he could. And then we're playing some good defense down there, and then just one pass away, and then boom, it's been 3-point, 3-point, 3-point. $25 on the night for Skelly Taylor. 7 3-pointers for the big man. Dragons have 8 trifectas on the night. And 7 3-pointers for the Indians of Navajo. 2-2-1 pressure being applied to the Dragons. Keeping it in Lover's Lane. Skelly ahead. His pass intended for Yeager, knocked away there by number 13, Keegan Cross for the Indians. Dragons shot up and off the glass there. 2 points there for Langham. He has 10 on the night. Dragons lead is 1. Johnny Wilson with Tanner Wilson trying to get a timeline. Jaron down deep. Jaron up and off the glass. The man, the myth, the mullet with a big basket there with 1:55 to go. 10 on the night for Jaron. Ball goes to corner to 23. He lays it up off the glass, and it counts. They're going to call the foul. It's going to be a so the basket doesn't count. I thought they got Yeager for a foul, but they're going to call that the other way. Goes on Gavin Langham, his 4th personal. The Dragons with 1:42 to go in a 3-point lead. Tanner trying to get across the timeline to Johnny. Johnny to Tanner. Get it over in Skelly Taylor's hands. Boys, nothing but a layup or free throw here. It better be something good and keep it in the hands of the ones you trust. There goes Skelly. If in doubt, call timeout. And that's what we do. Coach Thomas calls a timeout with 1:27 to go. Dragons leading by 3. I'm going to stand up and take a drink. Each possession here the rest of the way is going to be so important. If in doubt, call timeout. Nothing but a layup or a free throw. Come meet the basketball. All those things are being expressed here. Coach Thomas down on a knee with his clipboard and talking to them. We have Seth, Jarrett, Skelly, Johnny, and Tanner. The 5 amigos that we have on the floor for the Dragons here with a 3-point lead. And 125 away from a third-place championship here, but a lot of basketball to be played here. And 4 team fouls against the Indians of Navajo. So every time they foul, the Dragons get 2 free throws, and I wish they'd call them free shots. I'll just throw them up there. Little humor. Boy, both teams have played so hard. This has been such a fun basketball game to watch and to be able to call here for you tonight. Both coaches have done well. The players have played hard. It's been a clean game. Hasn't been any trash talking. It's just play the game of basketball, the game we love. Wilson with the basketball. He's going to go in. He's going to put one up, no good, rebound. He's going to try and go back up, and he is fouled. So immediately there goes nothing but a layup or free throw. The youngster goes in. Tanner's 1 of 2 from the free throw stripe tonight. He'll have a chance for 2. The foul was called there on number 13, which is Casey Cross. His first team foul, 5th team foul against the Indians. Dragons in the bonus the rest of the way. 42-39, Dragons lead. A 1-possession game here. Free throw here, making a 2-possession game. Breathing room a little bit for the Dragons. Substitutions coming in. Zane Lamb trying to protect those with fouls. The Dragons going to go dance with the ones that sprung them is what they're doing right now. Free throw up and in. That's a 2-possession game. Nice. Johnny Wilson, 50% here in the fourth quarter. Puts the Dragons up by 4. Minute to go. They can foul. It's stolen away by Jaron. Jaron's going to go ahead to Wilson. Wilson's going to lay it up off the glass. Give it to Tanner. Tanner has 2 points here, 45-39. Under a minute to go. Indians on the attack. Looks at the 3. He travels. The Dragons get it back with 55 seconds to go. Amping the pressure here. Urgency on the part of Navajo. Tanner Wilson's going to try to get it across the timeline. Back door to Seth. Seth to Jaron. Jaron back to Seth. Seth no good. Rebounded by Skelly Taylor. Taylor misses. Jaron gets it back, goes up, and gets the foul. To heck with the deal of if in doubt, call timeout, and nothing but a layup or a free throw. We just kept shooting it. Jaron goes to the line to do what he does best, shoot pressure free throws with under a minute to go. We need to extend this to where it's a 2-possession or more game. First free throw up and in. I had to tease you there with it. It hit the rim and come down. 46-39, 40.4 to go. This has been a dandy in Lawton. Jaron's second one up. No good. And he's out of bounds. Danny knew with the call. Dragons will have it 38.5 to go. Inbounds play under the basket. And there's a timeout called by Coach Thomas. I'm not even going to speculate on what. And, you know, you can draw up whatever you want to because I've coached before. But you get out there and you say nothing but a layup or a free throw, run some clock, but, man, things can happen. But I do feel better with the fact that it is a 2-possession game with 38.5. A lot of basketball to be played. 5 team fouls against Navajo, 2 against the Dragons. Dragons can foul and not send them to the line. We can harass them up with some pressure. I just can't we have grown up tonight. Stoney Yeagers played his tail off tonight. Jaron putting out one of his best performances of the night. Jaron with 11 points on the night. And the rebounding, and Seth just being able to rebound. The Wilson brothers with their harassment. And then early in the game, seeing that Remy Martin and those guys came in and did some things for us. So the Dragons are ahead. 7-point lead with 38.5 to go here in the third place championship game here in Lawton. And it has been a dandy. And the Dragons win this, they'll go to 8-2 on the year. John Wilson to throw the ball in. Danny going to hand you the basketball. Danny knew the basket, the referee. Outside to Tanner. Tanner's going to bring it out, and he's going to be fouled right there as they bring in their foul specialist. That's going to be those that, when I say fouling specialists, those who can foul immediately, and he did what he was supposed to do. Kanan McDowell with his second personal foul. So it's going to be a 2-shot the rest of the way. Tanner Wilson with 2 free throws. First one's up. Extend the lead here with the free throw. 35.8 to go. Tanner will get another one. But he's hit some big baskets and big throws here and it played his tail off tonight. So proud of these guys. No good. Tipped around. Dragons fight for it. They can foul and still not send to the line. There go quickly. He's going to let one fly from three. No good. Shot put up, missed. Rebound there by Seth Hudson. And he's fouled there immediately by number 21, which is Dallas Sanchez. That'll be his third personal foul. That's going to send little Tanner to the line to shoot two more. Two of six in the fourth quarter here for the free throw line and a two-point basket. But he's part of the reason we're where we're at. And he's a freshman. Once again, going to shoot a free throw. First one's up. Chance to add to the lead. And he does. That's the time to do it. 23.3 on the clock. 47-39 Dragons. Up and in. No good. Wilson harasses there. Dragons 47-39. Driving the baseline there and lays it up. And good. Number 3, which is Gunnar Jackson, his 5th point of the night. Has 5 points on the night. They're going to call the foul there on Jaron Bryson. I'll take that back. They give it to Skelly. Skelly Taylor with his first personal foul, third team foul. And Jackson's free throw, Gunnar Jackson's free throw is good. So it's cut to a two-possession game, 16.1 on the clock. Dragons lead this one by 5. So hold on to your seats. We're in for a fantastic finish here. Dragons have the basketball. I'm sure they're going to see pressure. Immediately, they're going to have to foul if they don't get the steal. So as Coach Thompson calls the timeout and talking to his team, going over all the X's and O's and all the strategy. Dragons have a two-possession lead with 16.1 to go. 47-45. This has been a wild one down here at the Great West Coliseum here in Lawton. We've seen these young men grow up tonight. I couldn't be more proud to be a Dragon and seeing what they've done. They're going to cut loose, get it to Tanner. Tanner to Skelly. Skelly with 13.8 is hammered by 2-3 of them. All wanted a piece of him. They're going to call the foul here on. See who they call the foul on. I thought it was Hunter Holden. Be sure it's no, it's on 21. Called on Sanchez. That's his 4th personal foul. Skelly Taylor steps the line, leading 47-42 with 13.8 to go. It's been a fine game for Skelly. Misses the first one, 47-42, 13.8 to go. And the second one goes down, 48-42, 11 seconds, 10 seconds on the clock. Lets it fly from 3, no good. Rebounded by Skelly. Skelly's going to dribble this one out. And the Dragons are bringing home a winner as they're the 3rd place champions of this year's Coliseum Classic, the Jeff Hart Memorial Coliseum Classic here in Lawton. Dragons were the champions last year. They were defeated in the semifinals by Central Marlowe, but they come back tonight with a 48-42 victory. Dragons win this one by 6. They'll have the trophy presentations here in a moment, and I'm going to give you the final tallies and sign off. But for us tonight, Tanner Wilson with 5 points on the evening. And big basket there. Skelly Taylor. 27 points for Skelly Taylor on the night. Stony Yeager was 6. Jaron Bryson with 11. And great contributions out of everybody. 48-42, the Dragons win this one. So the Dragons walk away this with a 8-2 record, heading back home to Lawton with a victory under our belt. And this has been a dandy as they're making my engineer tonight and keeping the scoreboard on, running the computer for me tonight as I rattled off. So I've rounded third, heading for home. The mouth of the South saying bye-bye and tell the folks hi.